We are at Connor Battlefield State Park in Ranchester, Wyoming.
And this is a campground review. Make sure to stay to the end to find out what we loved and hated about this campground. General impression.
This is a small, quaint campground set alongside the Tongue River.
The cost for us was $20.34. That's right, they break it down to the change, so you better have it.
In cash.
This campground was nice, but we feel like that's a little steep for basically a place to park for the night. It is dry camping after all. Campground.
This is a small loop-style campground with 20 sites total, 2 of those being pull-throughs and the rest being small back-ins.
There are no campsite numbers here, but we stayed at the first pull-through site as you enter the park going to the right. It is a gravel pull-through and it does have some low-hanging branches. We really had to watch the RV as we maneuvered in. It was fairly level from right to left, but a little bit nose low, so we did need some leveling at the front end of the rig. There are no hookups. This is dry camping. However, there is a water spigot directly across the road from this campsite, and there are a couple others throughout the campground.
The pressure's a bit low though.
All the campsites have a picnic table with a fire ring and a layover grill attachment. There is no propane refill or a dump station at this campground.
There is no Wi-Fi at this campground as expected. Starlink, you're able to do maybe some light streaming. It really depends on which campsite you're at. Verizon, however, was double the speed, so you can definitely do some streaming with Verizon Wireless.
The noise level at this campground is moderate. It is close to town, so you've got some interstate noise, you've got some train noise, and some neighborhood dogs barking, but it's relatively quiet. Amenities.
This campground had a couple pit toilets that looked fairly new on the outside, but on the inside, they needed a bit of cleaning.
There are also no showers at this campground, not terribly surprising. It's a theme. There's no sewer, no plumbing. But they do have trash cans at every site, which is really nice. There's also no pool, no laundry, but they do have a nice playground for the kids. Dog friendliness.
This campground does not have a off-leash dog area. There is plenty of green space to walk your dog in, and they have multiple dog pickup stations located throughout the park that are
fully stocked. That's the most important part.
It is.
One thing that did bother us, we had multiple encounters with off-leash dogs. Exhibit A behind us of dog off-leash. Potentially problematic for us. We encountered about 4 different dogs off-leash throughout the time that we were here, and having them run up to our dog while we were out walking her. No! No! Is this your dog?
Nope.
That's a bit problematic.
Hopefully it's not a consistent problem.
It would be really nice if they took a little bit of the green space that they have at this park to make an off-leash area. Maybe that would help resolve some of the issues.
Camp store.
There is no camp store at this campground, not terribly surprising. There is a corner grocery about 7 miles away and a Walmart about 19 miles away in Sheridan.
Camp staff interaction.
We didn't have any interactions with the camp staff while we were here. They have a payment spot at the front of the campground as you come in with an envelope for you to fill out your information. As we said at the beginning, make sure to bring exact cash, and that does require change because they made it 34 cents. And make sure to have a PIN because they did not have one at the registration booth. Bring change and a PIN.
And we don't know about checks.
Right, we don't know if they accept checks or not. They may. Now the part of our campground review we call Love It or Hate It. We're going to talk about the things we loved and hated while staying at this campground. But before we get to that, please make sure to like and subscribe. Subscriptions are free and it really helps our channel continue to grow. It tells YouTube that you liked this video and it'll help share our video with others. All right, Mike, so give it up. What's the part about this campground you hated the most?
I didn't like the fact that there were many trees that overhang the road and some of the campsites. You have to pick your campsites well if you have a rig like ours that's over 13 feet high.
There are probably only 2 sites in this campground that we would have fit into, and they were both pull through.
Yep.
And even still, we had to play dodge them with the branches. We had to weave a little bit. My least favorite part of this campground was the fact that It was a little pricey. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, like $20 for a spot to park with no real amenities. That's just, maybe I'm just cheap. I don't know. But that's just hard for me.
There are some supposedly that have electric. There's a
The only one I saw was the Camp Post spot that had electric.
which is empty.
It is empty, but I wouldn't think that anybody would think that it was okay to park there. But they charge an extra $10
Yeah.
for any spots that do have electric.
Yep.
So
We didn't see any, but there are some that are full, and we didn't want to walk through people's campsites.
true, it could be one of the ones that's full. However, the fact that we hear generators running tells me it's probably not. We're gonna leave that behind us and move on to the stuff we loved about this campground. So what was your favorite part?
I like how spacious it was. There's plenty of space at the sites. Maybe not so much with the back ends, but the two pull-through sites are really super spacious and would fit a larger rig than even we have.
That's true. We could put the patio down, and we did not, and we are still fully attached. So it definitely and room to spare. So yeah, the pull-throughs are really nice and spacious. My favorite part was how beautiful it was. Looking out for us from our spot, we are looking out onto a pasture that's got hay bales and trees, and it's just it's really pretty. So definitely like that, and the fact that it is bikeable to town. If we were staying a few extra days, we'd probably pull the bikes off and bike into town, or if you wanted to walk, you can take the kind of sketchy looking suspension bridge and it's only a third of a mile. So
Yeah.
you can actually walk into the restaurants and stuff from here, and it's only a third of a mile, which is very doable.
It's nice.
If you like this campground review, please check out our other campground reviews up here. And if you'd like to see some of the other activities we got into, maybe our adventures, check it.
Or this week, maybe the misadventures.
That's true. Check it out in our vlog over here.